Unforgettable, though near or far, like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does these things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. That's how you stay.
I can't get the wide angle.
You want to get the audience and the stage?
It's already broadcasting, so I have wide angle. I'm not sure how this. I don't know.
I'll deal with the balance.
But
It's fine. What do you want? What is the most important thing?
I mean, the most important thing is to get the event.
The event.
So here, like this,
That's good.
I guess.
That's
But
perfect.
we're not getting the Washington
So
Monument.
then do you want to get it back here?
No, you can't get it all.
You can't zoom out, is what you're saying.
No,
Yeah.
we can show it at the end.
We can zoom out on my phone. if we need it.
It's okay. We'll keep it here.
Are you worried
This
about
is
the rain?
refeed. No.
It's water resistant. It has a screen protector, and in case it like starts pouring, then we can move it there.
Unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you stay. That's right, darling. It's incredible.
10.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Should we put a chair here and like sit next to it, move it and stuff?
Things that
We need this to cover a hole.
New graduates of NewU University, you are simply unforgettable.
Okay, sounds good.
Here you go.
very corner there, but one of the down.
Did you put it down on the ground?
Yeah, they're gonna get blown away otherwise.
You want to put that one down here?
This one is fine. I hope
What
it
about this chair right here? Why is the chair down here?
I should, yeah.
Okay, we're off.
You can maybe use my phone.
Hold on. But it's not recording though. Why? It says live. Orientation is locked. Okay, now it should be working.
That should be good.
Check on YouTube. Do you want to log into YouTube and like look up YouTube?
Yeah. Wait, move it to the right. Move it this way a little bit. It's not balanced.
Let me position it so it's like getting the right frame.
Is this good? What channel is this on? We just gotta stand. I think that'll just I'll stand. Go sit. I'll stand next to you. Yeah. I'm actually not this.
Good morning. I'm Neil Mitchell. I'm a faculty member at NewU University. Welcome to our first ever commencement ceremony. Please silence your phones and stay seated as we celebrate the Trailblazing class of 2025. Now, enjoy the walk on Trailblazers, a procession of NewU students, faculty, and board members, accompanied live by Gino Area and the spirit of jazz. national anthem. To begin today's program, please welcome our founder and president, Strassi Kalinsky. Welcome, everybody. Sun came up, and sleep is gone, so this is a good start. Good morning, class of 2025. Our very first trailblazers, students, faculty members, friends, professors, staff and board members, donors and supporters. And good morning to everyone in the audience here and watching us on the web. I'm Strassi Kalinsky, president and founder of NewU, a university that is not just new, but innovative in ways that many could not imagine until we made it reality. I went to college thanks to the self-support of my family, but also because of the vision and generosity of strangers who believe that more people must be given an opportunity. I received an education my family and I could not afford. And just like you today, challenges that I was going to see risky and honest. I have tremendous respect for our first graduates because I know firsthand how much hope, doubt, motivation, and resilience it takes to choose to be a part of something different and go off the beaten path. 3 decades after I graduated from college, I still believe that what I called my parents and grandparents at the time, when they put together and spent all of their savings to give me an opportunity, holds true to this day. Education is the best investment anyone can make. It doesn't only help you earn more money, it widens the horizons of the mind and creates countless investments
valuable opportunities to see the world, understand it, and be a better person. I truly wish more people have the life-changing experience that I have the option to experience more and better ever. That shared conviction with a small team and I asked ourselves 7 years ago, if we believe in opportunity for education, how can we help others? All of us in the small founding team saw the inefficiencies and problems in the higher education system that has lost its way to an extent, lost its purpose and turned mostly inwards. We have all tried to change it from within and failed. Picked up the pieces, try again, but in a new paradigm where students come first and entrepreneurship, innovation, and calculated risks are embraced. Starting a college from scratch is truly the most feasible path to creating meaningful opportunities for students. Without legacy constraints or intense bureaucracy, it's a lot easier to do so. Even though we're small, I think the model that we created is truly unique and valid. So what we created in those last few years, and now with the graduation of our very first cohort of students, is again truly unique. Not because of the size of our small cohort, but because we pushed the boundaries, made improvements, learned, and validated a groundbreaking college model, one that is shorter, much more affordable, and prepares students for meaningful careers and lifelong success. Plenty of experts said you can't just redesign college. And my reply then and now is, why not? The world is constantly changing. If students, families, and society's expectations and requirements shift, we must not only adapt quickly, but often anticipate and lead in how universities respond so we can serve students better. From our very first semester, we've evolved more times than I can remember. We moved campuses, introduced new programs, changed how we support students, and keep changing and adapting almost daily. Each change, sharpening architectures and improving this work. NewU can pivot fast, take calculated risks, and keep pressing forward. Always in the service of students. Graduates, 3 years later, here you sit. In just a few minutes, you'll cross this stage. With the same bachelor's degree, peers elsewhere spend 4 or 5 or even 6 years chasing. You won't have the mountain of debt that your peers have to worry about some of their retirement. Most of you are graduating with double majors, and all of you learn from industry practitioners, distinguished guest speakers, and real hands-on experience, like your capstone senior project. Your growth has been the real headline. You expanded your knowledge in names and towns, but you also matured as individuals and members of the team. You enhanced your resilience across the board and moved to a higher level on everything from optimism to collaboration to how you perceive your own role and success in the world. Could all this have been possible elsewhere? For some, for sure. But the innovations which the university introduced to make college shorter, affordable, and preparing for careers is fairly unique to the state. Take a moment to reflect on the creativity, ingenuity, resilience, and purpose of your alma mater, which is now part of your DNA too. So what comes next? We're hardly finished. Being an innovator means never sitting still. Yes, we made college a bit shorter. Yes, we made it more affordable. But is it enough? As we speak, the majority of high school students from 7th to 12th grade in this country, 55% of them, actually are not listing college as their next immediate step after high school graduation. Yet college is the best enabler of upward economic mobility and better health, civic engagement, and happiness. So Because of our innovation, graduates of the program will be able to get a NewU bachelor's degree in just 1 year after high school. This will be the shortest path to a college degree in the nation, and I'm excited and very energized by what we can accomplish as we continue to push the envelope and challenge the status quo in service to students. Our rhythm is simple. We find friction in the system, we design a solution, we validate it, and we move forward. I hope, actually I know, you will keep that mindset. Once a NewU trailblazer, always. When the rule book's outdated, rewrite it. When someone says something can't be done, remember your journey and take courage. You've lived this through here and you succeeded. Class of 2025, your success shouts down every voice that claims meaningful change is impossible. Wear that truth proud, but stay in motion. Today's not a finish line, it's a launch line. Congratulations, trailblazers. You save time, save money, develop a solid set of skills, and set a new bar for what college can and should be. Now take that bar and raise it wherever you go. I'm proud of you, and I wish you success.
Thank you, President Kalinsky. We now invite Kenneth Ward, member of the Board of Directors and Executive Director of College Bound, to share a special letter from the Mayor of Washington, D.C.
Let's hear it for the class of 2025. You can make more noise than that. I bring you greetings from the mayor's office who did not attend this auspicious occasion, but these are the words of our mayor, Muriel Bowser. As mayor of Washington, D.C., I sound better than her, right? Okay. As mayor of Washington, D.C., I am honored to congratulate the inaugural graduating class of NewU University. As the first graduates of the nation's first university offering a 3-year bachelor's degree, you are trailblazers whose achievements are sure to inspire current and future generations. Residents of the District of Columbia and beyond will benefit enormously from your success and the resulting contributions that you will make to our communities. I extend special congratulations to President Stratsy Kalinsky, whose vision for NewU University has made college more accessible to underserved and first-generation college students. On behalf of more than 700,000 residents of Washington, D.C., I offer my heartfelt congratulations on this important milestone and my best wishes for continued success. Yours truly, Muriel Bowser, Mayor of Washington, D.C. I would be remiss if I didn't make a couple of comments as the Executive Director of a college access program that works with local students to make sure they do what you are doing today. The DC 6-year graduation rate, 6-year graduation rate is less than 20% from college. I'll say that again for the people in the back. The DC 6-year college graduation rate is less than 20%. This is data, you can Google it, AI it, look it up. This class, the first cohort, their graduation rate in 3 years, half the time, is over 60%. You should clap. This is the big deal. I would encourage you to listen to everything that the professors and strategists that they sown into you. But remember that in life, as an adult, people will tell you what can't be done. And it's usually because they just simply haven't done it. And because they haven't done it, they don't believe that you can do it. It's just that simple. So don't be discouraged. There's a proverb that says, that you can't stop the birds of despair from flying over your head, but you can stop them from building a nest in your hair. Stuff is going to happen. I would encourage you to stay encouraged, stay inspired, and keep being the trailblazers that you are. I wish you Godspeed.
Thank you. Now please welcome our keynote speaker, Professor Mitch Minkowski, a member of the founding faculty at NewU University.
Look at this. Greetings, friends, families, faculty of NewU, President Kalinsky, and especially to our very first graduating class of 2025. Welcome to this now marvelous day here on the National Mall, a place imbued with many moments of important struggle and celebration across our nation's history, and a place I remember regularly trekking with this crew of students during our curricular excursions back in 2022-2023, the year it all began. Yes, the museums that surround us, as well as these grand monuments, are very much a part of the NewU campus. And I remember the wide eyes of Ariane in the National Air and Space Museum, and McSelder's last-minute arrival on a motorized skateboard just in time for our timed entry passes. I remember Azel's solemn contemplation before various exhibits in the National Museum of African American History and Culture when assigned to find an object of interest that would be the source of this forthcoming personal essay. I remember our class walk from Jefferson to the MLK Jr. Memorial with Grant and Alexia strolling a little behind under the cherry trees, and how peering across the tidal basin, we imagined the two iconic statues making tense eye contact. I remember how daunted Ronald and Jonathan felt those first weeks when asked to read the inscriptions on these monuments and to compare and assess the different rhetoric of each leader. Man, that was an amazing class we had. And we made use of this city and came to know it well. That's what we do at NewU, and I can't imagine a more apt location for this graduation. Well, it's both fun and a little awkward, yet immensely meaningful to be up here. The fun speaks for itself. The awkwardness comes from stepping to the microphone in the monumental setting today when I'm a relatively simple person on the vast plains of history. And the meaning, the immeasurable honor of celebrating this fantastic group of individuals before me that make up the very first graduating class at NewU University, and offering a few humble words that I hope might resonate. That opportunity kind of takes my breath away. When President Kalinsky called me up to offer me the podium, I thought at first that either all of Strozzi's amazing contacts must have been already committed, or that the current administration in Washington had vetoed all popular commencement speakers. Then, when he told me that some of the students had requested me to speak, I questioned if they were truly wise enough for their diplomas. Regardless, here I am now, and I could not be more deeply honored than to have this role today for this specific group of students, the very pioneers of NewU University, the class of 2025. It is very much a historic moment. 3 years ago, I left a career of more than 20 years in elite private school education to pursue a seemingly harebrained idea to take the position as professor of rhetoric at NewU and work among the founding faculty of what we hoped would be a new college, the first new in-person college in Washington, D.C. in 75 years. At the time, my friends, family, and colleagues scratched their heads and wondered if this was a midlife crisis kind of thing, or what. Perhaps it was, though I'm not convinced of that yet. And while I'm fairly confident that my former rhetoric students sitting before us will likely be counting every like, stutter, and mishap I make up here at the podium today, I am equally confident that that bold choice 3 years ago was among the best decisions of my life. So, with this incredible opportunity and responsibility before me, the first question that came to me was, what should I speak about in the little time I have? I do want to keep it brief, and I do want to offer something meaningful, memorable even, so as to help etch this moment and this inspiring date into the archival bank of our new college. So as this event on the National Mall is here in DC, I could talk politics. I could talk about the genocide taking place in Gaza. I could mention the revisionist history taking place as the atrocities mount in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. I could talk about the unconscionable arrest of college students who possess student visas at Tufts University and Columbia University, and the threats of their potential deportation because of public expression of their views. I could talk about the White House's irrational threat to revoke student visas from all international students at Harvard University. Again, because the faculty and students express viewpoints contrary to the current administration. I could talk about the general assault on marginalized voices in our society, for that matter. But I won't waste your time with all that. I don't want to devalue this inspiring ceremony by stooping into a discussion of sensationalized headlines and dwelling on the blatant dismissal of American integrity and honor. Let's leave that to the media. Instead, I'd much rather focus on the beautiful and inspiring 10 graduates before me who make up a grand spectrum of diverse humanity, and who can serve as a far better model for us all. So, my dear soon-to-be alumni, you sit here today about to become a college graduate. But what does that mean? It means that you are more insightful about a wide variety of contemporary and relevant fields, and doubly so in the discipline of your majors. As a result of NewU's future-proof majors, you understand the behavior and motivations of the human psyche and why people are the way they are. You grasp what's required to form a marketable idea and to develop and follow through on it from its creative conception to the launch of a sustainable and organized business model. Some of you have delved into the inner workings of technology and programming that remains mysterious to the bulk of society, including me. And you have become more articulate, more capable of expressing the knowledge you've gained and of persuading others towards good and noble ends. These advancements in your understanding bring you a step closer to the center of society. They empower you to participate in the pulse of innovation and progress, and they offer you the confidence to make your mark upon it all. A college degree is many things. It is an entrance ticket. It is a membership. It is a validation. And to me, it is most important of all, a testament to your commitment to self-improvement, to social advancement, and to the ambition to make the world a better place. It is not for everyone. And there are many great people who never went to college. So your diploma is not a mark of superiority. It is not a step to elevate yourself above others and look down on them. It is not a pillow that ensures comfort, luxury, or social standing. It's not anything if you do not use what you've gained to strive onward with your new capabilities. Yes, that's right. The work actually begins now. But you are well equipped to face them, to improve the world you've inherited, and to make some real wealth while doing it, which I'll come back to in a minute. We have all heard about and lived with the unique and marketable benefits of a NewU college degree. 3 years, very reasonable tuition, accommodating work weekend schedules, future-proof majors, quality instruction with real-world experience in the heart of downtown DC, and so much more. These are very important, truly distinctive qualities of our college. But within these facts, and at the substratum of our name and identity, is the defining pioneer spirit that makes the NewU graduate unlike any other college grad. It is the quality that makes our graduates more qualified for their challenges ahead, more valuable to employers, and more engaged as citizens of the future. And that's never more true than with this particular group, our very first graduating class. When you chose to enroll and attend the first classes offered at NewU, Aaron, it was honestly a bit of a game. NewU was an unproven vision. Accreditation was a distant goal, and you were a group of students who were relatively uncertain about their college ambitions. That mounting uncertainty is enough to quell the aspirations of many. But you knew that you didn't want to do it the way the college had conventionally been done. Outrageous tuitions that accumulated vast debt, cramming for standardized tests and crammed applicants into a box, memorizing meaningless data and disciplines that didn't translate to the real world. Right, Jacob? In this line of thought, I sometimes reflect on the absurdity of my own college experience. Why would anyone smart want to spend their time, money, and effort doing that? You knew better. You were already outside the box, right, Tammy? And so you made the courageous choice to pursue a degree in a different way, in a way that made sense. You saw the difference. You perceived the innovative spirit and smart choice, evaluating cost versus return, and decided to enroll in a new and unique program when the vast majority of college applicants in society around you let their insecurities and fears overshadow their insight and dry up their thirst for adventure. In that light, the great majority of college students have already failed themselves before they even attend their first class, resigned to an irrational tradition of routine they do not themselves even really believe in. Even before they begin, the masses of college students today are resigning themselves to at least a decade of paying back debt, working in fields that will pay what they need in order to pay their college back, rather than finishing early and working in fields that excite them while earning money that can be saved or invested. Had I the pioneer spirit and opportunity you seized, I'd be a richer man today as a result of the kind of good decisions you've already made. I'm not a rich man, though, in the conventional sense of the word, but I have a different kind of wealth. I would have been a fool to pursue a career in education where my primary motivation to amass a great amount of money. In my view, we all think about and pursue money with far too much concern, even anxiety, when it doesn't really afford us what we need. For me, it's not how much I earn, keep, or invest that defines my wealth. It's the way I spend what I have. The money, yes, but also the time, my talents and attention, my efforts, and so forth. That spending is my real wealth. Today, if I were to give each member of our graduating class a $100 bill as a graduation present, consider for a moment just what you might do with it. Now, don't get lost in the cash, or you'll minimize its value. It's worth far more as a symbol. $100 doesn't go very far in today's world. So choose wisely what you would do with it. I won't tell you what to do with it, because how could I know? Each of you is so splendidly different, and within you are a myriad of possibilities for it. I wouldn't even say, don't spend it at Starbucks. For one of you might be absolutely devoted to coffee, or an admirer of Starbucks' brilliant corporate plan, or its ethically sourced fair trade policies. Or, if you're like me, a good coffee is the beginning of many of my best ideas. Consider a variety of options over impulse spending, though, and consider not spending it at all, ever. And I know some of you finance scholars are skeptically contemplating how it might yield, how much it might yield if well invested in the crypto market over the next 50 years. But I can see how sealing the frame on your wall might yield an even greater profit, a different kind of wealth. It could serve as a reminder of your beginnings, as a reminder to give, to contribute to progress, and to the success of others. It could serve as a reminder to get up early and get after it, as you search for your pathway to a dream job and a comfortable income. Maybe you could look at it every now and then over the years and calculate its worth in foreign currencies, which might remind you of just how privileged we are here to live in America. Maybe it could serve as a reminder of what to do with privilege and access. Maybe, as you contemplate the value in Japanese yen, Ghanaian cedis, or Brazilian reals, it affords you some dreams about Zen gardens, kente clock, or live bossa nova music, and the great variety of human culture around the globe. I do hope you follow those curiosities into foreign hands. Maybe old Ben Franklin would remind you of your first year together at NewU and our first campus when we walked across Franklin Park on our way to Planet Word, or of our final unit spent reading the Washington Post, whose headquarters bordered Franklin Park. Remember how we contemplated picketing outside the Washington Post to demand free student subscriptions from the paper? Man, what a class. The collective value of all these ideas and possibilities in my book easily transcends the ordinary $100 value as U.S. money. So sometimes value and wealth itself can be made and understood by exercising that intellectual viewpoint you've cultivated here at college. Using your mind, you can transform the value of anything. So, work it, use it, and live it. And you will be immensely rich, immeasurably rich. Your education has already given you the tools to create such wealth. So consider carefully the money you will earn in your career ahead, because as you do, it grows. And the longer you reflect on it, the more valuable it becomes, until someday you might find yourself ready to spend it. And when you do, perhaps on your own child, parent, or someone who may need your help, I hope you will find it worth far more than the U.S. Treasury might claim it to be. Wealth, like power, fame, beauty, and many of the motivating forces common in society, is a matter of perspective. And the college education you have now completed equips you with a more diverse toolkit with which to manipulate that perspective, to fine-tune it, like a mechanic might manipulate an engine to hum just right. As you learn to maintain your perspective like an engine, please bear with my metaphor for just a minute, you'll be able to tune it just right so that it runs appropriately to meet the different challenges you face. Sometimes you need a little burst of acceleration. Other times, a quiet murmur in your muffled idle on a busy street. And as you adjust your view, you might begin to see life a little differently from others. You might find that the richest man in the world is not the one with the most US dollars shooting rockets up into space. That the most powerful man is not sitting in the White House. That the unrecognized heroes are far more honorable in their humility to avoid attention than those who capture the limelight. And that the most beautiful person in the world is not influencing millions on Instagram, but right there in front of you at the end of your day. So, as you move forward beyond your college years and pursue wealth, power, fame, beauty, or whatever else, my advice would be to make sure it is the right kind. Take the time to consider the goal toward which you're striving, the model you are imitating, and allow it to take shape in a way that truly rewards you. Your perspective creates the value and meaning in all you do. Now, like you, one of the greatest things I've done with my life was to roll the dice and take part in the pioneering journey of NewU. It's taken me from the classroom to the board of directors. And in my roles, I continue to learn each day how to help, support, and inspire others. I began this speech by talking about how large the monuments loomed over us and around us in this majestic setting, and how minuscule and unimportant I felt by comparison. But I realize now that I was wrong. Playing a part in this graduation for this immensely talented group of individuals, for this fascinating and innovative college that continually keeps a step ahead of the present as it continually redefines the future, being a part of NewU and its very first graduating class is a very important moment. Dare I say, a monumental undertaking. It is the dawn of a new era in education, and the pioneering spirit of NewU has already brought many remarkable and diverse lives together. I'm talking about good people who are dedicated to a high ideal. And you are now part of that valuable network of lives. You'll be amazed at where your fellow classmates go, and at the growth ahead of college, and every bit of progress in turn grows you. I urge you well beyond graduation to take an active part in the nourishment of the people and school. Contribute where you can, for in helping your school and fellow alumni, you are helping yourself. And furthermore, being a part of a noble and inspiring project that is far bigger than any one of us, even President Commencement. And he's a man with a very big story. It truly is a historic moment, and I can only hope that I've given a speech suited for this spectacular setting. In moments, we will convey diplomas upon the NewU graduates and therein initiate the advent of a new era in higher education, bringing to Americans, and hopefully international students as well someday, the possibility of a college degree where it might not have been foreseeable before. It's all pretty damn awesome if you think about it. So, thank you, friends and families, for sharing in this monumental moment. Thank you, NewU colleagues, for all your inspired work. Thank you, President Kalinske, for your tireless and unwavering effort to bring this all to life. Thank you, my fellow members of the board, for helping keep President Kalinske sturdy and inspired. And thank you, Aaron, Alexia, Hazel, Ariane, Grant, Jada, Jonathan, McSilder, Ronald, and Tevin, in alphabetical order, for your pioneering spirit, the courage to strive into uncharted territory and to bring to life the vision we are all here gathered here to celebrate. You are my dream and inspiration. I admire greatly what you have done. And with that, I offer my deep congratulations to the class of 2020.
very much, Mitch, for those inspiring words. Now I'd like to welcome our student speaker, Asriel Johnson.
I'm not sure if you all have dealt with me for 3 years, so they're already over it. But you guys hear me? You good? Good. Okay, so good morning, family, mentors, faculty, and my fellow trailblazers. It is with deep gratitude, profound joy, and a full heart that I stand before you today. This moment is more than just a celebration of achievement. It is a reflection of the journey that we've shared and of the challenges that we've faced and the growth that we've embraced and the light that we've ignited within ourselves and each other. I'd like to thank God for letting me stand before you today, for blessing me with this community and giving me the strength to achieve this great accomplishment. I'd like to thank my mom for her moments in love and instilling in me a passion for learning, determination, and the things not to alter even when faced with great setbacks. I'd like to thank my father, my dad, even beyond his grade, drove me to see the possible. Out of respect for representing his legacy, my pops drove me to be disciplined in my studies and always reminded me that education meant nothing if it was not applied in earnest with a good work ethic. Thank you to my brothers who are my solace. Thank you to my aunts and my uncles and my cousins who assisted me spiritually and financially. I'd like to thank my mentors and professors for being patient with me and for educating me not only in the classroom but beyond it. And of course, I'd like to thank my peers for the memories, the perseverance, and the grit that they brought to establish this university and serving as its program. Trailblazer was not my first day, but it encompasses the sentiment of radiant passion that the community of NewU represents, passion that many fail to contend with. Fire always starts with a spark. It's forged by friction to light the kindling, relying on those around us to give us the fuel to keep them burning. When I arrived for orientation back in 2022, I was a fraction of the flame that burned in front of me. For a long time, I lacked the discipline because procrastination killed my drive. I was indecisive, but I often failed to commit. I was reclusive, and I loved to hide. I was inclined to overthink, worried for things we couldn't predict. Because of both of us, I feared just the possibility of failing to do this. Those before me said, burn brightly, burn unwavering. Forge ahead without regret. Simple words meant to instill freedom, poisoned by a mind that didn't want it yet. In many ways, you allowed me to learn to love that freedom and set expectations for myself. And I can only hope those who come after me will keep that sentiment and that kind of fire alive. Expectations that you set for others are foolish. People will never fail to be who they are, regardless of who you think they should be. So I believe it's better to meet people where they are and embrace those who burn differently, as this school did for me. You see, I wasn't pushed to do anything, so I was responsible for everything. Every failure and success was mine. It has been one of my most tiring and yet rewarding experiences. For the first time in my life, I committed myself to something and saw it through to the end. I didn't hide away. I was active in this community. I did everything I could get my hands on. Government, streetwise partners, the orientation committees. There were holiday events like Mardi Gras. And sometimes I just wanted to share my nerdy passions with the Star Wars geek or simple trip to Dave & Buster's where my classmates would dock and then get bored and leave as I stay on the same gas machine for hours. The point is, I didn't just get by here. I excelled at everything I set out to do, and my standing here is proof of that. There were times when I felt overwhelmed, times when I wanted it to be done, times when I should have said no. But with every setback, there was an opportunity. And I'm glad that I took a risk and came here to meet you. Our experience was a roller coaster. A different campus every year. First one's still my favorite. Fighting for accreditation, explaining what NewU is to people while they look at you like you're speaking another language. Traffic cone orange shirts that burn into your retinas, and enough pizza to make you give the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a run for their money. But I loved every moment. I loved riding around Miss Julie's scooter, going to busboys and coats with Mr. Mitch, Lil beating me up in chest, even though I almost got him one time. Miss Teckley driving us to build our community with our community planning groups and events. And grabbing lunch with Mr. Eugenio while we discuss business plans and the terrifying implications of being and operating like a movie teenager. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to experience all of this and more with our mentors as they share their lives. There's these places. Rhetoric is the art of persuasion. We pondered ethical implications, and I learned the art of dialogue. No more dominating conversation, and no more dominating conversation. Mr. Mitch offered insights via Corgis, and he taught us to hate the word interesting. What does that mean? Nothing. It means nothing. But more than anything, we were taught to look at things differently. Abandon traditional black and white. Like fire, rhetoric is cool. And it is at the mercy of the artist who uses it. And whatever they choose to do. Are we ethically responsible for those who listen to my lessons? Is it reasonable for me to impose my morals on those from different nations? What does love mean? It is not concrete. We say that we've experienced it, but we cannot explain it. We're not supposed to do anything, because what is supposed to do mean? All of these questions and more, he would often ask me, and you guys are he found that the thought of supposing to do anything was ridiculous. Questions used to question the question. It was very Socratic in that. A wonderful experience that I had fueled to our home. There was the warming club, Psychology 101. Sheila picked us all apart, taught us to analyze empathy. People are amazing, also terrifying. But we learned that no question is sufficient to explain the human condition. We seek love, but run from pain, because we aren't mutually exclusive. We learned our journeys all look different, as we're stuck in different phases of Erickson's method. Sheila offered assistance always. She was a woman of many hats, a mother, a professor, and the kindest civil I've ever met. Sheila believed we all seek to improve ourselves, and I would have to agree, because I see brilliant flames that continue burning bright in front of me. Her memory will never be forgotten, and every lesson was a blessing, a wonderful experience that continues to fuel my focus. There was the structure, the organizational behavior. It was very crucial for forming our culture. Mr. Eugenio ensured that we would understand every aspect. Organizations echo the people who build them. We were taught to be leaders. We were taught that we were the lifeblood of anything that we choose to be a part of. He taught us the importance of finding balance between our livelihood that can support our financial needs without sacrificing our purpose, sacrificing the reason that we're here, not simply to make families, but to form legacies.
Please get my WhatsApp feature.
And forming your identity. Every lesson was a conversation and an exchange of ideas, and an opportunity to assess what kind of organization we wanted the school to be. It was a wonderful experience, and again, a fuel to all. Trailblazers, while you were not my first pick, you are a wonderful word that encompasses the sentiment of radiant passion that the community of NewU represents. Again, passion that many failed to contend with, but we did contend, and we've overcome. It always starts with a spark, forged by friction to light a kindling, friction that is often uncomfortable and unnoticed. We rely on those around us to give us the fuel to keep on burning. For 3 years, we've been that fuel for one another, and we've all learned to appeal to those aspects that make us burn brilliant. For some, I've seen that friends can be jovial, quick to jest or share laughter and create a gentle warmth like a campfire. Flames can be bombastic, loud, and unapologetically passionate, like a bonfire. Flames can be steady and burn brightly to guide you when you lose your way, simple yet beautiful, like a candlelight. And flames can challenge you and come at you with powerful fury, yet leave life in its wake, like the inferno of a wildfire. And so I say to you, my trailblazers and peers, burn brightly, burn the wave run, forge ahead without regret. Continue to seek growth in whatever form that takes for you, because fire is versatile and there is no wrong way to burn. You may burn quickly, you may burn slowly, but continue to burn brightly. If you ever find yourself feeling failure, ever feel your flame going out, know that you'll never be a failure. Success is your own. Thank you.
Up next, our Student Government President, Aaron Estrada, will present the Student Government Awards.
I would like to present 4 awards to 4 different students today. These are our student awards that are announced at the end of the year. They're voted on by our peers. First, I would like to announce our most improved student. This is a student that, since coming here, has seen the most growth that has been seen by his peers. And I would ask you to, when I call your name, please stand, so that way you can receive a round of applause. So, most improved student, we have Jonathan. Next, we have student resilience. This is for the student who has overcome the most obstacles and has pushed through their, whether it was a negative situation or has provided a lot of positive contributions to our peers. And another, again, voted by our peers. I would ask Jada, please stand. Next is our academic arsonist award. This is the student who provided the most head-turning moments during conversations, provided the most unique viewpoints. And I would like to ask Alexia to please stand. And then finally, last but not least, I would like to announce the Student Leadership Award. This is for the student that has been a pillar and a brilliant light, brilliant flame for our university. So, Azu, will you please stand? Thank you to all of you for your votes, voting for your student awards, and it has been an honor to have been your class president.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I have the honor of calling names of the graduates. Graduates, please come to the stage when your name is called and step forward and prepare to walk up on stage to receive your diploma. Aaron Tyler Jordan Estrada. Alexia E. Casanova.
Congratulations, Marcel.
Aziel Gawaru Johnson. Zelder A. Oriana. Ronald Yvonne Choquet. Let's give a big round of applause to our graduates. Graduates, you are invited to return to your seats after your photo call. There will be more time for photos later. If you will please now welcome Dr. Victoria Sadova, NewU University co-founder and Executive Vice President for the official conferral of degrees.
upon the recommendation of the Academy, I hereby confer upon each one of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science, with all the rights, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduates, you may now move your tassels from the right to the left. You are now college graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Patova. For our closing remarks, please welcome back President Polisky.
Not to take away from the celebration, it's such an emotional moment. It's really just a couple of logistical announcements from me. First of all, really thank you for braving the weather and coming here. We look forward to having you take some pictures here on stage in a minute. Take your time. And then for those of you who are joining us for lunch, please do so. Well, for taking over. But again, I'm really so grateful that this moment has become a reality, and for everyone on the stage here, and for many people who are part of the team but work remotely or even in another part of the world. I'm sure this is also a profound source of pride and happiness. But again, the graduates are really the center of our world, and they remind us that we do everything for their benefit. So thank you for giving us your trust, and thank you for being here, and go forth and do great work.
Ladies and gentlemen, to President Polinsky, Dr. Zatova, the entire staff of NewU University, to all of the graduates, you guys have made history. In 30, 40 years now, when the other graduates come through, you'll say that we were the first. And we were listening to your Student Government Association President, Mr. Estrada, and to Mr. Johnson, and reflect on not something that is ending, but a new beginning. So this song we dedicate to all of you. And now, the end is near, a new beginning. And so I face the final curtain, my friend. I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've been a lifeless fool. I've traveled each and every highway. Oh no, oh no, not you. You did it your way. To the graduates, mistakes, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. You did what you had to do, and you saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, you ate it up
School program. Congratulations again, Trailblazers, the class of 2025.
Great job. That was amazing.
Beautiful day, huh? Turned out to be nice.
That was incredible, yeah.